In this video section, we are going to see optimality test. It is otherwise called modified distribution test. So MODI method. Okay. So here they will give as usual supply and demand and cost matrix. Okay. So by using VAM method, first you have to allocate it. So already the previous video session have given how to do VAM method. So that's why I have not done here. Directly have given allocated. Okay, so they will give only cost matrix and supply and demand. So you have to use VAM method, that is a penalty method, taking two least number, find out the difference, and you have to write down row as well as column. In that row and column which is maximum penalty, and the particular row or column you have to find out the minimum cost. In that you have to started allocating it as usual. Okay, so I have directly given the solution here. VAM method solution. This is the allocate 19 and 5, 10, 2, 47, 62, 88, 20, 20. Okay, so this is solution by using a VAM method. So that is the initial basic feasible solution. Okay, this allocation is otherwise called initial basic feasible solution. Now we'll see how to do optimality test. The optimality test. See, we will get one VAM answer, no? Transportation cost we will get, isn't it? Further, is there possible to reduce that transportation cost? Okay, so for that purpose we are going for a modified distribution method. So we will get some values, say for example 778 transportation cost. Okay, by using this VAM method. Is there any chances are there to reduce that transportation cost? That we are going to check by using your MODI method. Okay. So here in the row wise, first you have to denote row is U. Okay, U1, U2, U3. Here three rows are there. U1, U2, U3, and this is demand and this is supply. Don't consider demand and supply. Okay. So first check, first write down how many supplies are there. 3 supplies are there. So you have to take U1, U2, U3. Okay, and column wise you have to write down V1, V2, V3, V4. Here 4 destination. So you have to take first column is V1, second column V2, V3, V4. Okay, then see here transportation cost as usual you have to find out 19 into 5. 10 into 2, 40 into 7, 60 into 2, 8 into 8, 20 into 20. So add all the values, 20 into, one second, this is 10, okay, take down this is 10, okay, 20 into 10. So multiply all this value and add, you will get transportation cost is 779 rupees. Okay, now we are going to check, can we reduce further? Okay, with this amount is 779. Is it possible to reduce this transportation cost? So that test we are going to do it here. Okay, so here there are 2 cells. One is occupied cells are there, another one is unoccupied cells are there. See, 19.5. So this is occupied cell. This 30 and 50 is unoccupied cell, and this is occupied cell. Occupied in the sense we have allocated cell. Okay, and 47 is here we allocated. This is occupied cell, and this is occupied, and this is occupied, and this is occupied. The remaining all other cells are unoccupied cell. Okay, so first step is for occupied cell, the calculated UI and Vj values using the relation. So we are going to calculate UI and Vj values. Here see have given V1. So here you have to find out one value. Okay, what is V1, V2, V3, V4. Similarly U1, U2, U3, U4. Here we have to find out. To find out this value, you have to use this formula. Okay, Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj. Okay, I is 1, 2, 3 and so on to n. I is always row and j is always column. Okay, j is 1, 2, 3 and so on to n. It's a column. I is row. And Cij is unit transportation cost. So this is Cij 1930, the given problem 50, 10, 70, 30. This is Cij. Okay. So by using this value, we are going to find out first U and V. Okay. Let me tell you how to find out the value. See, you have to check row wise and column wise total number of allocation. where we are getting total number of allocation is maximum, that particular value you have to put consider as 0. Okay, say for example, in this row, how many allocations are there? 1, 2. Say in this second row, how many allocated? 1, 2. In this, how many allocated? 1, 2. So now you check column wise. 1. Column is 1. And this column is also 1. And this column is also 1. But this column, if you check, 1, 2, 3. Okay, maximum allocated column is D4. Okay, so you have to give V4 is equal to 0. Okay, where we are getting maximum allocation, either row or column, you have to check that particular V value or U value is 0. Say if you have 4 allocated here. Okay, if 70 is also allocated and 30 cell is also allocated, 40 is also allocated, 60 is also allocated. So here 4 cell is allocated, so you have to take U2 is equal to 0. Where we are getting maximum number of allocation, that particular row and column is you have to consider as 0. Say now you got a tie. Okay, both here also 4 cross 4 matrix, here also 4 allocated, and this side is also 4 allocated. In the sense, either you can select U2 or you can select U4. Okay, any one row or column you have to select. Okay, consider as 0. Okay, now here in this column D4 is allocation is more, 1, 2, 3 is allocated, maximum allocated, so particular V4 is equal to 0. Now one by one occupied cell you have to find out. So occupied cell formula, no, Cij is equal to Ui. Now I'll write it here. Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj. Okay. Now I am going to find out for occupied cell. Okay. This formula is for occupied, no. So which is occupied cell? This cell number is what? C11. Isn't it? Row 1 and column 1. Okay. So C11. So this cell it is called C14. Okay, and this cell is called C23, and this one is 24. Okay, this cell number is 32 and this cell number is 34. Okay, so just denote it, and where we are getting maximum allocated, where we put values, V4 is 0, no. So first take this occupied cell and find out the value of U1, U2, U3. Okay, so I am going to take this one where we put values V4 V value 0, that particular column you have to take. Okay, so I put V4 is equal to 0, no. So I am going to take first occupied cell is first row and fourth column. Okay, C14. C14, it means first row and fourth column. Here you write C I is 1, no, row, and V J is column 4. Okay, so now what is C14? C14 cost is what? 10. Okay, U1 we don't know, and V4 we know 0, isn't it? So now U1 is equal to 10. Okay, is it clear? So U1 value you have to put it here. Okay, now take this value C24, isn't it? Second row and fourth column, C24, this value. Second row and fourth column. Okay, so is equal to U2 plus V4. Okay, once you get a practice, directly we can put it here, no need to write this formula and all. So until you get practice, you use this formula. So C is cost 60 and U is 0, we don't know, so U2, and V4 we know, so U2 is equal to 60. Okay, write 60 here. Okay, similarly 34, C34 is equal to U3 plus V4. So cost is 20. So 20 is equal to U3 plus V4 is 0. So U3 is equal to 20. So here U3 is 20. Okay, now we found this value. Okay, now we have to find out for this allocated cell. Another 3 is left. Okay, so already we know this value. You take this one, C11. C11 is U1 plus V1. Okay, so C11 is cost is 19. U1 is what? 10. V1 we don't know, isn't it? V1 we don't know, just put V1 is like this. And bring this 10 this side. So 19 minus 10 is equal to V1. So V1 is equal to 9. Okay, now we have to find out for V1, V2, V3. Okay, V2 if you take, the occupied cell is this cell you have to take. So means third row and second column. So third row and second column, C32 is equal to U3 plus V2. Okay, what is U3? U3 is 20. Okay, 20. And this column particular cast is this value 8. So 8 plus V2. So V2 is equal to, if you get in terms of minus, you write down in terms of minus. V2 is equal to 12. If you bring this one is minus 20. Minus 20 is a higher greater number, so you have to put minus 12. Okay, so V2 is minus 12. Okay, V3 we have to find out. I am writing here V3 how to find out V3? V3 is second row and third column. Okay, second row and third column. Second row and third column is U2 plus V3. Second 40, no? Cast is 40. Second row and third column cast is 40. So 40 is equal to U2 is 60 plus V3. So V3 is equal to, if you bring 60 this side, you will get minus 20. Okay. So this is V3. So substitute V3 here. Put it V3 here, minus 20. Okay, now we found U value and V value. So far we found U value and V value by using occupied cell, isn't it? Occupied cell only we found. Okay, we found U value and V value. Now unoccupied cell is there, no? 30, 50, 70, 30. So this is unoccupied cell, isn't it? And for unoccupied cell, we have a different formula is there. So I'll write down the formula here. So now we are going to use unoccupied cell. The formula is Dij. Okay, that is otherwise called opportunity cost. Okay, so Dij formula is Dij is equal to Cij minus of, okay, within bracket you have to write Ui plus Vj. As usual, I and j is row and column. Okay, so now Dij, so which is unoccupied cell? See, this is first one is unoccupied cell. It means first row and second column, 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2. So it means D1 2. Okay, and C12 minus within bracket U1 plus V2. Clear? Okay, so for unoccupied first cell is D12. So what is D12? Only we are going to find out D12. Okay, opportunity cost we have to find out. So D12 is equal to, in that particular, what is the cost? This is unoccupied cell. Now we are going to do it for row wise. Okay, opportunity, this is cost is 30. Okay, so here it is, this is 30. And what is the value of U1 plus V2? What is the value of particular U1 is 10. Okay, V2 is minus 12. Okay, so I am going to write 10 minus 12. Is it clear? So now how much you got? 30 minus, this is minus 2. So 30 minus into minus plus 2. So you will get 32. Okay, now D12 is equal to 32 we got. Okay, similarly for other opportunity cost you have to find out. Other unoccupied cell we have to find out, and we have to check whether we are getting D12 is positive or in terms of negative. If we get everything is positive, then this is 779 is the initial basic feasible solution, is the optimum solution. No need to reduce further cost. It's not possible to reduce further cost. If we get Dij is any one Dij is a negative, it means there is a chances is there to reduce this opportunity cost. Okay, so now first value we got positive value. Okay, so we have to do for other unoccupied cell. Similarly we have to do for other unoccupied cell. So D13 I am going to do it next. D13 is C13 minus U1 plus V3. Is it clear? 1 and 3, 1. So C13 is how much? 50. So 50 minus of U1 is 10, and for the particular value V3 is minus 20. So this is 10 and this is minus 20. So 50 minus of minus 10. So how much you will get? 60. So this is also positive. Similarly, find out for other value. Okay, 70. It means D21. Is it clear? Second row and first column. So D21. C21 minus U2 plus V1. Okay. So for this particular value is 70 and this is 60 and V1 is 9. Okay. So 70 minus how much? 16 minus 9. Okay. So how much you will get? 51. So 51 if you subtract you will get 19. So this is also positive. Okay. Next is this column, unoccupied cell. Okay. To find out Dij you have to check only unoccupied cell. So this is 2. Okay. Second row and second column. D22 is equal to C22 minus U2 plus V2. Okay. D22 is 30. This is 60 and this is minus 12. 30 and this is 60 and this is minus 12. How much? 30 minus of 48, isn't it? Now you check here how much you got the value. Minus 30. D22 is minus 18. Now we got minus. So if we get minus, then you have to do the problem again to find out the optimum solution. I will tell you how to do it. Okay. Now we found this value. Similarly, you find out for other unoccupied cell. Okay. Other unoccupied cell is this value. One more, two values are there. One is 3,1 and another one is 3,3. Unoccupied cell 3,1. 3,1 is equal to C31 minus U3 plus V1. Okay. So C31 is 40. Okay. For that U3 is 20 and this is 9. 40 minus 20 minus 9. Sorry, 20 plus 9. Okay. So you will get 40 minus 29. So 11. So D31 is also positive. Okay. Next one is D33. So C33 minus U3 plus V3. So how much? C33 is 70. U3 is 20 and V3 is minus 20. 70 minus 20 minus 20. So we will get positive value. So D33 is also positive. All other values positive. Only D22 is negative. This is an interpretation. Okay, interpretation of Dij value. Okay. So I'll read this one. If Dij is greater than 0, if Dij is greater than 0, the current basic feasible solution is optimum. It means if Dij is positive. It means if Dij is positive, greater than 0 in the sense positive value, what we found 779, that is the optimum solution, the current basic feasible solution, that is initial basic feasible solution is the optimum solution if it is a positive Dij, all Dij if it is positive value, then the initial basic feasible solution is the optimal solution. Okay. If Dij is equal to 0, if we found Dij, if any one value is equal to 0, the current basic feasible solution remains unaffected. Okay, the initial basic feasible solution 779 we found that is unaffected, but there is an alternative solutions are there. Alternative solution is exist. If Dij is equal to 0, the current basic feasible solution remains unaffected and alternate solution is exist. Okay, and if Dij is less than 0 means negative. If Dij is less than 0, the current basic feasible solution CBFS, okay, CBFS in the sense current basic feasible solution. In certain book they gave IBFS, it means initial basic feasible solution can be improved, okay. So further chances are there to reduce the transportation cost, okay. This like this only you have to write down the interpretation. Dij is less than 0 in the sense negative value, the current basic feasible solutions can be improved. So how to improve? You have to construct the loop, okay. You have to construct the loop and you have to revise the solution. The solution you have to do it again, means your transportation cost you have to find out again, okay. Again you have to repeat the solution. How to repeat the solution in the sense you have to find out for occupied cell, again you have to find out for unoccupied cell, until all Dij is greater than 0, you have to repeat the solution. You should not get any negative value, okay. Repeat the procedure till all Dij is greater than or equal to 0. Is it clear? So like this only we have to do the further step. Now I'll teach you how to find out how to construct the loop. Next step is how to construct the loop. First step is you have to do VAM, okay. Find out by using VAM method, find out initial basic feasible solution. The second step is you how to find out for occupied cell. For occupied cell there is a formula is there, Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj. Find out U value and V value, okay. Next step is third one is unoccupied cell, you have to find out. Unoccupied cell is Dij, okay. Find out Dij. The fourth step is you have to check this interpretation whether it is greater than 0 or equal to 0 or less than 0, okay. If it is less than 0, construct the loop, okay, and repeat the solution. Find out transportation cost, repeat the solution and again you have to repeat the procedure in the sense again you have to find out Cij, again you have to find out Dij, and you have to check whether the Dij you are getting negative values or not. If you didn't get negative values, the final table is your optimum table. Is it clear? Now I'll teach you how to construct the loop, okay, because we got negative value, okay. Now see where we are getting negative value, D22 we got negative value, okay. Go to this table, this is your table, isn't it? Where we got negative value, D22. So second row and second column, okay. Just put one dot here. You have to construct the loop. Loop in the sense it should come like this. See like this it should come. So you put one dot here, no, like this, okay. It should end with that table. It start from here, it goes either right direction or it goes left direction also. It come this side and this corner should be occupied cell, okay. This corner should be occupied cell and this corner also should be occupied cell, okay, and this corner also occupied cell, and this where you have selected no D22, that is called incoming cell. It means we are going to change the allocation. The where we found no, that is incoming cell. It means D22, that the cost is 30, no. So that cell is incoming cell, okay. The other corner is your unoccupied cell. Okay. So start from here. This is also occupied cell, no. This is also occupied cell. Now you can go up or you can go right side, left side, any direction you can go. But if I go up, this is unoccupied cell, so you should not go here, okay. If you go down, this is unoccupied cell, so you should not go. So further you can start from here. So now you see I started from here. So the next corner is the occupied cell, okay. So now I can go here. This is also occupied cell. I can go this side. Now you see I can go. This is also Here I can go this side, the end, this is also occupied cell. Okay, I can go, no problem. Then you have to bring that loop. It should not come cross and all, you should not put it. Okay, you have to put it in either corner, you have to find out. So now it should not come directly, it should go down only to come here. Okay, so here it's unoccupied cell, so you should not go. Bring down, this is unoccupied cell, so you should not go. So the way which you selected this one, no, that is wrong. So don't select this one. Instead of going up, you can try to go down. So this is occupied cell, so you can go. Okay, and from here you can go this cell, occupied cell, and from here you can go up. Okay, now we formed one loop, no. It started with occupied cell, it started with incoming cell we started. The all other corners should be occupied. So this is also occupied, and this is also occupied, and this is also occupied. Okay, so why not we go here, in the sense we can go, this corner is also occupied, but this corner is also occupied, but we can't come down here because this is unoccupied cell. Corner should be occupied. Any direction we can go, not only rectangle, square, any direction. I can start from here, I can go up, I can go this side, I can go up, I can come this side, but I should come again to that particular incoming cell. This corner should be occupied, this corner should be occupied, and this and this all other corners should be occupied. Is it clear? Similarly, I can start from incoming cell, I can go this side, I can go like this also, I can go, but I started here, no, this is incoming cell. Okay, this is incoming cell, this should be occupied, this should be occupied, and this all other corners should be occupied in such a way that you have to form a loop. Is it clear? So the only thing is, this is the possible one I can do. Okay, so I have selected this loop. In this, first after incoming cell, you have to start with minus symbol. This you have to subtract, and here you have to add, and this you have to subtract, and incoming cell you have to add. Is it clear? Just remember, after incoming cell, the other side should be negative. Either, see here also you will get negative, you can draw from here or you can select from here. This negative, alternative, this is positive, negative, positive. See, this is my incoming cell, I started from here, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative, this is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay, like that, in such a way that alternatively you have to select the symbol. Now according to this problem, this is my loop. Okay, so I have put minus, plus, minus, plus. Okay, now see the occupied cell, which is occupied here, number 2 is occupied, no. So I am writing here, this is 2. Okay, and this is what, 10, this is 10, and this is 8. Okay, I am writing occupied within that bracket, no, within that box, what number is what, how much you allocated supply and demand, that number you have to take. 2, 10, 8. Okay, 2, and this is 10, and this is 8. Is it clear? Now which is minimum here in this occupied cell, that supply and demand, which is minimum? 2 is the minimum. Take this one and subtract with 2. Okay, take the number 2. So here you have to subtract, no, so 2 minus 2, and here we have to add, no, plus 2, here you have to subtract, no, minus 2. So what you will get here, this is become 0, and this is become 12, and this is become 6, and you have to add, no, you should not add with 30. Okay, that is some allocated supply and demand. So what number? 2. So you have to take 2 only here. Is it clear? Okay, in such a way that you have to draw your loop. Okay, now I am going to write this one again. Okay, again have written only cost. I have written, I didn't write supply and demand, that is not required right now. So I have written only cost. This is our table, no, 19.5. We didn't change anything, so you can write 19.5. This is 30, and this is 50, and this is 10.2. We didn't change this also. 30, 50, 10, 2. Okay. 70, 30. Okay. This cell is incoming cell. We said no. Incoming cell, how much we got? We got 2, isn't it? We got incoming cell 2. So this is incoming cell. Incoming cell, you have to write down 2. Okay. And this is also we didn't change. So this is 7. But we changed here, no? We subtracted 2 minus 2, no? So 2 minus 2 means 0. No need to write. It means we removed here. Okay. And now this one we have changed. Before it was 10. Before it was 10. Now we changed into 10 plus 2 we changed. Isn't it? 10 plus 2 is 12. So here it is 12. Now for this column also, before it was 8. This is first table 8. 8 minus 2 we did, no? 8 minus 2 is 6. So here this is 6. Now if you want to check with the supply, you can check supply and demand, everything, because we have removed here 2 and we added here. So this is your supply will be 2 plus 7, 9 only. So here 8, before it was 8, now we removed into 6. So 6, here it is 2, so 6 plus 2, it is 8. Is it clear? So now if you tally, you will get means supply and demand will be equal. Okay, so no problem, we can start. So we got Dij is negative, so that we formed a loop. In that loop we found which is minimum allocation. That particular allocation we took, we subtracted that in that particular cell, and we added with this cell, and we subtracted with this cell, and we added incoming cell. Okay, now we changed everything. Again you have to find out your Cij, occupied cell, and for unoccupied cell. So the first step to find out any one value, you have to make it into 0. Okay, row wise, column wise, you have to check which is the maximum allocation. Row wise you check, here it's a 2, here it is 2 allocated, here it is 2 allocated. If you check here, this is 1 allocation. If you check here, this is 2 allocation. And if you check here, this is 1 allocation, and this is 2 allocation. Now 2 is the maximum, no? Isn't it? 2 is the maximum. So any cell you can take and you can allocate as a 0, where we are getting maximum 2. So I am going to take this one. This is 2, no? This is 1, this is 2. So I am going to take V2 is equal to 0. To put V2 is equal to 0. So I got a maximum allocation. Any you can select V1 is also 0 you can put, or you can put V2 also 0, but that is also 2 allocation. So I am going to take V2 is equal to 0. Okay. So I have put V2 is equal to 0. Now you find out for occupied cell. Okay, same procedure you have to take. And first you can take this cell, and you can, because this is 0, no? So first consider this one, and directly you can find out. Directly you can put 30 here, and this is 8 here. Okay. So now with the help of these two values, we can find out your V3 and V4, we can easily find out. So how to find out your V3? V3 is 30, no? 30 minus 40 minus 30. 40 minus 30, if you have experience, you can directly control. 40 minus 30 is 10. Okay. Similarly for this, 20 minus 8, you will get 12. Okay. So I found this 2 value. Now only this 2 is left. U1 is left and V1 is left. So and I know this value. So if you take this value, you can find out U1 value. So 12 I got, V4 is 12, isn't it? So 10 minus 12, you will get minus 2. Okay, directly you can do, no need to do with the help of formula, directly you can do it. So now I want to find out V1 is left. V1, this is occupied cell, no? This is 19 and this is minus 2. So 19 minus of minus, no? So plus 2. 19 plus 2 is 21. You use the formula and do it. So now I find out V value and U values. Now for Dij you have to find out. So the opportunity cost you have to find out. Unoccupied cell, okay, Dij. Which is unoccupied cell? This one. Okay. So first step is Dij is D12, row 1, column 2 is equal to C12 minus U1 plus V2. Say you take this one. Okay, directly you do, no need to do with formula. Take this step, this 2 value. These two value you have to add. If you add, I will get minus 2. Is it clear? If you add this minus 2 and 0, I will get minus 2. Here formula 1 minus is there, no? So minus into minus plus. So plus 2. For this step, I will get plus 2. Okay. So what is the cost? 30. 30 plus 2? 32. Directly you can do. Okay. This is over. Next step D13. Without writing the formula, I am going to find out. These two value. This is 50. And value if you add, you will get 8. Isn't it? So 8, formula 1 minus is there. So minus 8. Minus 8. 50 minus 8, 42. Okay. Similarly, find out for other occupied cell. This value, this and this and this. I found for all other values. So now I got everything is positive. Okay. D12 and D13 and D13 21 and this is 24 and this is 31 and 33. So all the values I got are positive values. So if it is a positive, it means now Dij is greater than 0. So if Dij is greater than 0, this is our final solution. Okay. Where we have changed, no, that with the help of the loop we change the allocation, no. So that is our final solution. Okay. All Dij is greater than 0. So the above table is the optimum table. So now we multiply, we will find out transportation cost. Okay. 19 into 5 plus 10 into 2, 30 into 2 plus 40 into 7 plus 8 into 6 plus 20 into 12. Multiply and add, you will get 743 rupees. Okay. So now we reduce, no, actually by VAM method we got 779. Okay. But after using this optimality test MODI method, we got 743. So we reduced certain transportation cost by changing our allocation. We changed our supply and demand allocation by using this two formula, and we constructed loop. With the help of that, we reduced further cost. Okay, so this final is the optimum solution. Always, if the given problem cost matrix, if it is given, you have to don't use your northwest and don't use your least cost. Always you have to use only VAM method. Okay. First you have to select VAM method, first you have to do VAM method, then you have to do this procedure. Okay. Directly we have 2 videos we have seen VAM method, so I put directly, but you have to do penalty method and you have to find out this solution. After finding out the solution, then you have to use this occupied cell and unoccupied cell formula. Okay, this formula, 2 formula you have to use and find out Dij. Dij, if it is negative, you have to construct a loop and you have to repeat the procedure until all Dij is greater than 0. If you get any one Dij is less, again you have to construct the loop. Again you have to check Cij. Again you have to do Dij. Until all Dij is greater than 0, you have to repeat the procedure. Okay. Now we got everything is positive. So this is the final answer. Hope you understand. Thank you.